Let's get this quick and make this quick. So let's get started. Hi guys and welcome to a new episode of SNN. And let's get started because today we have a lot of major issues to talk about. So first stop on our list, you probably guessed, is here. Argentina. Hi guys, and I'm outside again today, so let's get started. Argentina. It's just one of the greatest places I've ever went to. It's a wild giant river otter that has been spotted in Argentina for the first time since the 1980s. People thought it was extinct because of hunting and habitat loss, and the conservationist Sebastian de Martino, so that's his name, saw the otter on the Bermejo River, and he thinks that it came from Pantanal, a woodland area that spans from Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay. Alright, this is definitely your next up destination. Walk. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is where the Christ the Redeemer lights up. Let me explain. On May 15th, Rio's famous statue of Jesus Christ was illuminated with the message highlighting the importance of the COVID-19 vaccines. And the message read, "Vaccines saved, united for vaccines." Brazil has the third highest number of coronavirus infections in the world. So far, 20% of the country's people haven't vaccinated at least once. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Burkina Faso. This is gonna get awkward, but poo is used to find a calf's mother. It's just weird, guys. Wildlife carers have actually analyzed elephant dung, or poo, to try to reunite a calf with her mother. The calf was separated from the herd when she was just 3 months old. Using the calf's DNA, the unique chemical instructions inside cells, like so. Anyways, and then they are using it to compare it to other DNA samples and other elephants' dung. Really weird. Even for a cat, right? Anyways, let's continue. Well, let's just go to the awkward Netherlands. And in the Netherlands, there has been a landmark court case. The court has ordered a big oil company called the Royal Dutch Shell to cut its carbon emissions by 45% by the year 2030, in 8 years. And carbon emissions came from burning fossil fuels such as the coal, gas, and oil, and other harmful things to the environment. The case was brought by the environmental organization Friends of the Earth. And alive for the Friends of the Earth, Roger Cox described the court ruling as a turning point in history, and these are the Friends of the Earth team that celebrate. Well, let's go to the unawkward Egypt. And in Cairo, Egypt, the search for some fishing for plastic. The search for plastic is on the rise, and fishermen on the River Nile are being encouraged to protect fish by clearing their plastic waste from the water. And the Nile has a big problem with the plastic bags, bottles, and other waste. An environmental organization called Very Nile pays these fishermen to collect the plastic bottle for recycling. And this means that fishermen can earn money while in cleaning up their rivers and improving condition for their fish. Awesome job. Well. Let's go to Ethiopia. Bang. And in Ethiopia, there are calls to end the fighting, especially for Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden, the U.S. president, has called for an end to fighting in the Tigray region of northern Ethiopia. And since last November, Ethiopia's army have been in conflict with the Tigray People's Liberation Front, a group that wants more power over the region. Also, there is no accurate count. It is thought that thousands, you guys, have died in the fighting, and around 2 million people have been forced to leave their homes. I mean, look at these guys. Many have had to flee through the conflict. Well, it's only been 4 minutes and we're already at number 7. Number 7! This is a record, guys. In Syria, a guy named Assad wins the presidential election again. For some reason, this guy named Bashar al-Assad has been elected president for a 4th time. That's weird. And he won 95.1% of the votes in an election. Now, Several countries, including the UK, have criticized the election, and the election was only held in areas controlled by al-Assad, and Syria has suffered from 10 years of conflict, causing 388,000 deaths. And millions of people have had to flee their homes. I mean, it's true that it is one of the reasons why this guy's criticized, of course. But the election's only happening in places where he controls. That's weird. Well, let's take that aside and let's go all the way to India. And in the east coast of India, on May 26th, a cyclone of Yas hit the east coast of India. And a cyclone is a type of tropical storm. Winds blew up at 100 miles per hour mph, and large waves and heavy rain flooded all of these areas. Many of them, in fact. More than 1 million people were moved from their houses and housed in shelters. And the National Disaster Response Force sent out 100 teams to the area to help rescue people and move them to safety. Now, if you're wondering when all of this was reported, I should mention that all of this was reported on June 5th of 2021. But that's not today's date, so yeah, that's kind of weird. But anyhow, let's go to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, a pink diamond sold for 20.7 million euros, and a pink diamond was sold at auction for more than 20.7 million euros, making it the most expensive ever diamond of this sort. It is known as a sakura, a Japanese for the cherry blossom, and the color is caused by some unusual structure of the crystal. I mean, look at the sakura pink diamond. It looks so beautiful. It weighs 15.8 carats, not the types we eat, and the unit used to measure diamonds. And most pink diamonds weigh are actually around 1 carat. And the heavier, the more worrier. Doesn't make sense at all, does it? But sure, this is exactly what's supposed to happen. This is a sakura pink diamond. It's sold for 20.7 million euros. That's a whopping 20.7 million euros is a whopping amount of money, you know. Alright, hang in tight everyone. We have one last destination. Australia! Hey, that's a good echo. Echo! And in Australia, Tasmanian devils have been born in the wild on the Australian mainland for the first time in 3 years. Alright, so until recently, they only lived on the little island of Tasmania. Which is here. I mean here. That was New Zealand. And Tasmanian devils only lived on that island of Tasmania because they were wiped out by the mainland by disease. And last year, 26 Tasmanian devils were taken to a sanctuary, and 7 babies called Joeys have been born. And this is just one of the Tasmanian Whoa! Someone sneezed. And this is just one of the Tasmanian devils that was born on the mainland. If you heard that sneeze and it gave you a fright, yeah, it gave me a fright too. And that is the end of this episode. So let me just end this episode with a quick conclusion. Curses are gone, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Initiating delete in 3, 2, 1.